this is the new spiked mango seed in Grow Garden. And in this video, I'm going to be taking this broken noob all the way to 1 trillion shekels with just the spiked mango seed in under 24 hours. The timer starts now. Spiked mango seed is now planted. Now this is going to be a pretty tough challenge, so throughout the video we're going to be having unlockable pets and items to help us along the way. But before we get to all the OP pets, we're starting with the blood hedgehog. And I've got about like 8 of these things. So let's go ahead and plant them all down. And there we go. The next step, we have to go water this thing. I've got 109 watering cans. So let's go ahead and see if this could get this thing fully grown. Right now it's 3%, 4%, 6%. And after all that, it's only 14%. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Well, let me use the rest of my watering cans. And while we're waiting for that thing to grow, the reason we actually have these blood hedgehogs here is because spiked mango is a prickly type plant. And y'all already know that blood hedgehogs grant prickly type plants a 2x size bonus. So throughout this video, our goal is to try to grow one of the biggest spiked mangoes in the history of Grow Garden. It's about to get crazy. But for now, we are not there yet, bro. This thing's 20% with 100 watering cans. You gotta be kidding me. All right, I didn't want to have to resort to this early, but we have no pets, no items yet, and no money. We're gonna have to hit a grow all, boys. Question is, do we get anything crazy with these blood hedgehogs? No sprinklers? Let's see. First grow all. Do we get anything crazy? Yo, already? Excuse me? Oh my god. Yo, these things go crazy. This is no sprinklers either. Hold on, let me crop this. What weight is this thing? 96 kilograms. Oh, nah. That's no sprinklers, no sort of orange tabbies or methods like that. This is just base blood hedgehogs. All right, let me go ahead and crop everything else. And what the heck is this? Is this some type of sick joke? This is the spiked mango tree we're working with? Oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah. Do I have a reclaimer? We have no reclaimer. But you know what? That is completely fine because now we can go ahead and buy another spiked mango. There's no way that that's going to be the one we have to work with, boys. And actually, while we're on the topic, how you obtain spiked mango is through this shop here, the trade cheese shop. Basically, it's in this Zen shop. You have to scroll down and you got to complete this quest right here 6 times in order to unlock it. Or, of course, you could just spend 759 Robux, which is exactly what we're about to do. Another spiked mango seed there. Hopefully this one is not super small. I pray. Let's plant that one right there. Let me go ahead and use a trowel. We're gonna move this one right about here. We're gonna have these both be in the middle because that seems to be where the blood hedgehogs tend to chill most. And we're gonna hit another grow all, but instead of checking right away, we're gonna go ahead and see the value of these spiked mangoes. What do these things go for in base? Let's see. Looks like the biggest one we grew was this 96 kilogram one. Actually, this 97 kilogram one. What does this go for? What does this go for? 97 kilogram spiked mango goes for 2.8 million. Wait. Hold on. Our next pet goal is 100K, 1 million, and 5 million. You're telling me we already hit these with just one sell all? Hold on, let me see. Sell inventory, what do we get? 9.5 million. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Not only have we unlocked our first pet, which is the Echo Frog, we've also unlocked Orange Tabby as well as Dragonfly. 3 pets in one sitting. Yo, that's actually crazy. What the heck is this? Bro, what? Dog. We're not even trying right now. We're going crazy stuff. Like, this is insane, boys. If this is how crazy this is looking right now, imagine when we add sprinklers into the mix. This is actually perfect, boys. This is like a crazy start. This is probably gonna be the quickest 0 to a trillion I've ever done on this channel. All right, let's go ahead and crop everything. Let's see what the biggest one we grew is. We already got a 164 kilogram spiked mango, a 230. Yo, what is happening? What is happening? 235 kilogram spiked mango without even trying. This is probably gonna get nerfed, I'm not gonna lie, because this is insane. Like, what is this thing worth? 16 million in base. I should not have cropped that. I should not have cropped that, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, well, since we've unlocked our next pet, we can go ahead and put down this shiny Echo Frog. That's also age 100. The reason why I have this thing here is because every 15 seconds it croaks, and it's basically a walking grow all every 15 seconds. I love this thing. So since he's about to activate, let's go ahead and put some godly sprinklers down. Boom, boom. Oh, yo, what? Yo, what the heck is happening? What the heck is happening, boys? This is crazy. Hold on. Let me put magnifying glass on. What is this thing worth at base? 31 million. Yo. Yeah, what is this? 28 million? Okay, I'm gonna crop this. Let me crop that. Let's see, do I have did I leave the 28 million there? Did I crop that? This is 308 kilograms, boys. Like, I'm trying to collect my thoughts here, but like, these things just grow unbelievably large. This is actually kind of ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna crop everything. I didn't even get a chance to put down the second godly sprinkler. Okay, let me go ahead and put that down there. Do we actually have any master sprinklers? Damn. Okay, these aren't as big as the other ones, I can tell. So let's go ahead and see. Do we have any master sprinklers? No, we don't. All right, let me crop everything. We're gonna go ahead and put advanced. Boom. Boom. Oh my gosh, boys. It just keeps happening. Hold on. I got to take away this Echo Frog for now. He's activating too much. I got to get my bearings. We got to lock in. So we've already grown crazy stuff with just the hedgehogs, no sprinklers. Now it's time to start adding in sprinklers. And in fact, we're going to add a master sprinkler. And also on top of that, I have a quick idea. So spiked mango is still a mango, right? What if the tropical mist sprinkler works? I'm genuinely curious about this. Does this give it an extra size boost? I'm gonna also try the sweet soaker sprinkler, and we're just gonna experiment with this and see. Might as well, right? All right, let's crop everything. I know this is probably a bad idea because those were pretty massive. We may not be able to grow something better, but I just have a feeling, boys. All right, tropical mist sprinkler, boom. Boom, as well as sweet soaker sprinkler. All right, now we put down the Echo Frog once again and let him do his thing. While we're letting him do his thing, let me go ahead and check this spiked mango. What have we grown so far? Okay, we haven't grown anything bigger. 235 kilograms. It looks like we're consistently growing around 200 kilograms without sprinklers. 300 kilograms was the biggest we grew so far. Ooh. Okay, we got some massive ones. These are like going deep in the ground. Is there anything worth favorite tooling yet though? 21 million base. No. 23 million base. 21 million a base. 23, 21. Okay, these are all not crop worthy. These definitely need to be cropped. Still got a lot of time on our sprinklers left. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a sell all. Actually, I'm gonna keep this spiked mango, the 300 kilogram one. We need to see this for reference. I need to grow a bigger one than that. But I'm gonna sell my entire inventory, and now we end up at 1.5 billion. We're progressing way too quick because now we've unlocked mutation sprays and the butterfly pet. Yeah, this is insane. I did not think these spiked mangoes were like that. I did not know y'all game was like that spiked mango. I knew this was gonna be good, but I did not think this good. Let's see. Did we grow anything crazy? We haven't gotten anything like on the level of that 300 kilogram one yet. Let's keep trying though. 16 million, 13 million. Yo, yeah, this is all bad. We just get really lucky early on because right now we're not growing like super insane stuff. Like even this, I could tell just by looking at it. This is not on the level of that other stuff, bro. Okay, you know what? Forget the Echo Frog. He's only targeting one. Let's do a grow all. Do we get anything crazy? Huh? Yo, this is next level. Okay, let me go ahead and hit this with the magnifying glass. What is this in base? 29 million in base. Wait, is that more than what I got here? This 308 kilogram spiked mango, this one goes for 28 million. We already grew a bigger one. Okay, you know what? This calls for a favorite tool. I do not want to crop this one. We're gonna leave that there. And you know what? We're gonna use magnifying glass. This is 17 million. Okay, we can crop that. We're gonna do process of elimination. 19 million, crop that. 18 million, we can go ahead and crop that. Actually, hold on. New one just spawned. 22 million. Okay, yeah, we can crop that. 18 million, crop that. What the heck? Did I just crop something else within 18 million? 19 million, we can crop that. 24 million, we can crop that. Wait, actually, just 24 million, we can keep that. That's close to the level of the one I got. Bro, this Echo Frog just keeps going. I can't even keep up with this. And we just got a tornado in the middle of this? Oh my gosh, boys. Yeah, this is actually gonna be the easiest 0 to a trillion video I've ever done on this channel. I think it's time to pick up the Echo Frog. He's going a little too crazy. I can't even keep up with what he's doing. All right, we managed to get everything cropped except this massive one and this massive one, which are our two best spiked mango. I'm gonna go ahead and trial this over here, bro. This is like super insane. Okay, now let me trial this. Can I even get this? Let me see. There we go. All right, let's move that right there. Since we still have these sprinklers going on, I'm gonna go ahead and do another grow all. See if we can get like more on the level of this or bigger. And oh, we already got a rainbow one. Really? Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this magnifying glass. Let's see if this is worth keeping. 467 million in base? That's kind of crazy. 25 million in base here. Okay, this one's definitely not worth keeping. 79 million for gold mango. Yeah, I'm not keeping that. This rainbow one we can keep though. Another 28 million one. Yo, we just grew like an entire garden full of like capable spiked mangoes. Well, as I said earlier, since we're already at 1 billion shekels, we now have access to the butterfly pet. So I think now it's time we pull up our blood hedgehogs. I think we got big enough spiked mangoes for now. Like I can't even walk through my garden, bro. This is actually ridiculous. These alone honestly could get us to 1 trillion. Like this is maybe this quick, but I think you guys get the point. I'm gonna go ahead and place down these butterflies, and while we're waiting for their cooldown to go off, we need to get these things mutated. I've got 9 cloud touch mutation sprays right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit all of these with cloud touch. Let me just see. Okay, that's already cloud touch. Boom, boom. There we go. And boom, everything's cloud touched. All right. Yo, I didn't realize it, but this spiked mango is so crazy. It's literally going through the ground. It's phasing through the ground, boys. What is happening? So all of them have one mutation at least at the minimum. We can get them 3 more right now with all of these other mutation sprays: chocolate, chilled, and shocked. Then that's where it gets kind of tricky though, because then after that, like, what do we give them after that? All right, I got all the mutation sprays that I need. Now we're just gonna go ahead and go through and get everything sprayed. This one here has got 4 frozen, twisted, cloud touched. All right, we're almost there. Got some of these things shocked. I've also got this big sea turtle right here, which is getting everything wet. So hopefully we can get frozen on a lot of these. Actually, you know what? We're only at 1.5 billion, but we don't unlock our next pet till 50 billion. We got a ton of spiked mangoes in our inventory, which are huge, by the way. So let's go ahead and sell our inventory. Let's see what we get. 12 billion. Wow. 12 billion, no mutations on any of those. Okay, so we're already almost at our next goal of 50 billion. Or not. We're actually really not close to our goal of 50 billion. We still gotta get a lot more mutations on these things though, boys. Like, are we even gonna be able to hit this? All right, I joined on my main account and I put down a chocolate sprinkler as well as a bunch of other mutation sprays. And we got majority of these with 5. Windstruck, shocked, chocolate, frozen, tranquil, cloud touch. This one over here has got 5. This one over here has got only 4. But it looks like majority of them have about 5. Yeah, all the main ones got 5. All right, perfect. Well, for now, we pretty much just have to wait for everything to get converted to rainbow, and then we get into the next step. All right, here we go. First spiked mango is now rainbow. So let's go ahead and get that thing favorite tooled. I do not want to accidentally crop that thing. I'd actually crash out. There we go. This thing is 1.4 billion in base, bro. That is, yeah, that's next level. This thing is going to get us very far. Now we get our next spiked mango rainbow. There we are. The other one was 1.4 billion in base. What is this one in base? 1.2 billion. All right, so they're around the same weight. Now we just got to get like the rest of these 5 other spiked mangoes converted to rainbow, and then we can move on to the next step. And just like that, every single one of these spiked mangoes has been converted to rainbow. I've now picked up my butterflies, and now we can move on to getting these things mutated. But I must say, the base value of all of these big rainbow ones have shocked me. Like, look at this. 36 billion already over here. 25 billion over here. Down here, we got 28 billion. We got 43 billion over here. A 12 billion rainbow one here, and a 1 billion base rainbow one here with 0 mutations. These alone, all these alone, once they get all mutated, honestly may get us to 1 trillion by itself. So I'm thinking, what if we raised up the goal? Instead of focus only on 1 trillion, instead we should focus on how high we can get with the remaining time. We still got 22 hours and 39 minutes left, so we've really only ate up about like 2 hours about. But with that said, it's time to get these things mutated. I'm on my main account right here, and I've got a lot of mutation sprays to spread out. Look at this. 15 disco, 9 verdant, 15 chocolate, and a bunch of cloud touch. Now I'm gonna be honest, I'm only gonna use like a few of the disco. I don't want to waste all that. Let's go ahead and get cloud touch on everything though. There we are. Now let's get chocolate. Actually, I think I should have a chocolate sprinkler again. Low-key, I hate putting down chocolate, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? We're about to single-handedly turn my entire garden into poop, bro. Like this is nasty work. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yep, everything has been converted to poop. Ew. What other mutation sprays do I got? Okay, we got the verdant. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to this, apply it to this, apply it to that, as well as this, and this. All right, we also got this and the other rainbow one. Last but not least, boys, we got disco. I'm only gonna put this on the biggest 2 that I got, or actually biggest 3. I'll put that on that, and I think it should be the other biggest one should be this one here. Boom. That's all I got for my main. We didn't put any shocked mutations, but let's see what we got on some of these. 218 billion, 240 billion. Oh my gosh. And this one here, 196 billion. Literally with just this alone, we've already hit 1 trillion. And that's not even with shocked. Hold on. Let me go ahead and use recall wrench. Let me use recall wrench, bro. Let's get shocked in a few of these. All right, we got a bunch of shock mutation sprays. Let's put that on that. Let's put that on this. Put that on this. And might as well put it on this. Look at this. 315 billion, 359 billion, 161 billion. Just like that, boys. Oh my gosh. Well, I think the next step for us to do is to crop one of the spiked mangoes. Probably gonna crop this one right here, which is our worst one. 110 billion. Yeah, that's crazy that's our worst one. Let's go ahead and use favorite tool. So crop that and let's get it. Let's see how crazy this thing is. Shocked, chocolate, verdant, wet. And this thing came out to a total of 260 kilograms. Yeah, this is like one of our worst ones. Bro, I wish I would not have cropped it. We're about to get sandstorm on these. Oh my gosh. But this is the first of many that we're going to be selling. We're going to try to grow another insane one later. But let's go ahead and sell this. And we've now hit 124 billion shekels, which means we unlocked access to our next 2 pets, the mimic octopus and the disco bee. Only 2 more pets left to unlock, and the last one is actually insane. But for now, let's go ahead and place down some disco bees. these, boys. We got Shock Disco B, Iron Skin Disco B, Shiny Disco B. Yeah, we're getting disco on everything overnight. And I'm also going to place down my Mimic Octopus just to make sure we get these things disco for sure. Oh yeah, check out my massive Mimic Octopus, boys. These things are insane. Like, just look at the stat sheet on these boys. They activate every 10 minutes instead of like 20 minutes. All right, it is 6 a.m. right now. Honestly, I think we are progressing pretty quick. I've got to sleep, but before we do, I'm going to put down a star caller on the tree. Actually, where am I supposed to put this, bro? I can't even get inside. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Move out the way, Squidward. Bro, how am I supposed to place this down? Okay, right here. There we go. Okay, I placed the star caller right next to the spiked mango. If we end up getting nighttime and celestial, that should help us out. Now, as for the second star caller, bro, I give up. I don't know where I'm supposed to place this, bro. This is literally impossible. These things are so big. Pause on that, by the way. Hard pause on that. I know y'all be clipping me saying such stuff, bro. It's crazy. Do I also have a tanning mirror? Because that would also be helpful so we can get Paradisal. Oh, yep, we got one right here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna place it right about here. I think that should be able to get us. All right, we're ready to AFK over the night. Right now, we currently have 22 hours, 30 minutes remaining. And I think we got this challenge in the bag, boys. I mean, we're already almost a quarter of the way to our goal. All right, boys, we have only 14 hours, 40 minutes remaining. Yeah, I slept longer than I thought. Let's see if it was worth it. Did we get anything good last night? Let's see. Ooh, wait, did we even get anything? Yeah, we didn't even get anything on this. Oh, wait, hold on. We got Celestial. Wait, I didn't even realize that. Okay, so we got Celestial on these and Moonlit on a lot of these. This thing right here alone is 4 to 84 million or billion. We get Celestial on this big one, our biggest one. We didn't. We got Moonlit on that though. Okay, that's not bad. And this one, we got absolutely nothing other than Moonlit. It looks like all of these we got Celestial on. Like this one right here is worth 543 billion. Wow, these things are actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. We got disco on every single one. So we can go ahead and bring out our disco bees. They did their work. And let's also pick up the Mimic Octopus. Now, honestly, I've done the math in my head. We have more than enough to get to a trillion right here. So you know what? Let's switch it up. Forget 14 hours left. We're gonna give ourselves 1 more hour left to see how much money we can get. And it starts with me cropping our least valuable one. This is 463, 543, 484. This one over here, it's 390. Oh, we got one right here. That's Celestial, Windstruck, Shocked, Chocolate, Frozen, Sandy, Moonlit, Tranquil, Disco, and Sundried. Wait, did nothing else get Sundried? You gotta be kidding me, bro. Nothing else got Sundried? That's crazy. But we do have our other rainbow one right here, which is only 122 billion. So let's go ahead and favorite tool that. And I guess this is gonna be the one we crop. And I guess we could also crop this one here. Windstruck, Chocolate, Frozen, Moonlit, Tranquil, Disco. And we could crop this. Sandy, Tranquil, Disco, Sundried. Actually, no, I want to keep that one there. We got this big behemoth of a rainbow one. Now, if we sell all, we go from 124 billion to 246 billion, which means we didn't quite get enough to move to our next pet, so we've got to crop another. I think we only have like 4 more left, so I think we have to crop this 463 billion one, right? Let me go ahead and do that. Favorite tool, let's do that. And let's crop. This thing's actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is really the most insane thing in the game. Crazy part about it, this isn't even our biggest one. We have ones even bigger than this, which is wild to think about. So now if we go ahead and sell our entire inventory with this, we go up another 463 billion, which puts us at 710. We've officially unlocked the last 2 pets, the raccoon and the kitsune. And now that all the pets are unlocked, let's just see how far we can push it for this remaining hour. So right now I've got my alt account over here with a bunch of rainbow raccoons, huge raccoons, normal raccoons, and yeah, we're gonna be duplicating all of these spiked mangoes. And in the meantime as well, we're also gonna be pulling out the kitsune pets. This is also gonna get us a nice little chakra mutation on one of our spiked mangoes, which I like the sound of that. So let me get this traded over to the alt account. This is actually my girl's account. I let her have it, and there we go, kitsune placed. Now we just wait, man. This has honestly been one of the easiest 0 to a trillions that I've done. Honestly, I'm thinking about making the goal 10 trillion at this point. Here it comes, boys. Here it comes. What a beautiful sight to see, man. 2 giant spiked mangoes getting carried over. I love it. And just like that, we've duplicated a bunch of these things, boys. Look at this. This is insane. Not to mention, we did get chakra on this one, and I think another one over here. So, you know, I'm gonna keep these here just because I like the way they look. Let's go ahead and sell our entire inventory. What is the total number we end up at? 3, 2, 1. 6.4 trillion. Oh my god, 6.4 trillion out of all of that's insane. So we almost made 10 trillion total this entire video in under 24 hours, and we still got 14 minutes to spare. But you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right there. We more than surpassed our goal for this entire video. Final verdict on spiked mango. Yo, these things are OP, and I didn't even really try to push this further than this. You could honestly probably grow one double the size of this if you really tried. Seems like they have a high potential to get big. So a bit of a light 0 to 10 trillion video here, but comment down which seed you guys want me to do 0 to 1 trillion with next. Honestly, these are some of my favorite videos to do, so let me know.